What's going on, guys? Killer 6 back with another Borderlands 3 hotfix video for you, and I know the Gearbox said that they were going to kind of tone back on the hotfixes, but then they stepped on the gas and they drove the car right through the wall, because today we got some big weapon changes, and we just had a hotfix last week, so they're kind of spoiling us a little bit now. Alright, so let's just dive right into this. First and foremost, a couple of things that they're going to fix for the Bloody Harvest. They are now fixing the event tab so it shows the correct end date for the Bloody Harvest, and they're going to increase the chance for Bloody Harvest event anointments to drop on gear. So those are some nice changes for those of you who are chasing the Terror anointment stuff on your weapons. Speaking of weapons, we got some big changes today, some really good ones. Again, no nerfs, all buffs, starting with the Sleeping Giant. They are doubling the magazine size, and reloading it now has a 1 in 3 chance to award all of the possible bonuses at once. If you don't know what the Sleeping Giant is, it's a high fire rate SMG, and it's pink SMG, so it's like really cool looking and everything. But whenever you reload this thing, you always had a chance that it would give you one of its random perks, like it would have increased fire rate or increased damage and increased accuracy. I think it was the third one. I can't remember actually off the top of my head, and I'm just recording this live, so I'm sorry. Now it's going to have a 1 in 3 chance when you reload to give you all of its bonuses at the same time, and they're increasing the weapon damage bonus on this gun as well. So this thing might become the next hot SMG. So just keep your eyes on the Sleeping Giant. Up next, the Companion. This is a really awesome pistol, and it's always kind of underperformed a little bit, especially when compared to like the Maggie and some other pistols. So it's getting increased weapon damage. Hopefully that will make it competitive with other pistols. Now, the Redline Shotgun. This is the one that drops from Road Dogg in addition to the Hellwalker and the Splatter Gun artifact. The Redline is specific to Road Dogg. It's the only place in the entire game you can get it is from Road Dogg. This gun is now getting increased weapon damage and reduced recoil. And reduced recoil is huge for this thing, because that was really the main problem with this gun. But the damage was also a little bit low. So actually, these are both excellent changes on that as well. Up next, one of my favorite shotguns that I just never use because, again, it sort of underperforms, is the Garcia, and that's getting increased weapon damage. The Garcia is a high fire rate Jacobs shotgun. It's a full auto Jacobs shotgun. It's a freaking dope ass gun. So with the right amount of damage increase, who knows, this thing could become another really badass shotgun for us to use. Up next, the Flood, another fun pistol. This one is getting increased weapon damage and increased mag size. The Flood, when you pull the trigger, you fire off all your shots at once, and it's a really fun gun, but again, damage has always been kind of low. Recoil might need addressed, but we'll see. We'll play around with it today on stream if you want to come watch that over at twitch.tv/killer6. Link in the description down below as well. But there's more. Don't go anywhere. The Polybius. The what? The Polybius is getting increased weapon damage. This shotgun is named after a urban legend video game. So really cool reference on this shotgun, but it's never been good. So I'm curious to see just how much weapon damage we actually get on this thing. Up next, the Infinity Pistol. Oh baby, this was like one of my favorite guns in Borderlands 2. I loved using it on my Zero. I did like a full pistol build, and I just run around just melting everything with the Infinity. And then Borderlands 3 drops, and one of the first legendaries that I got was the Infinity Pistol. I got it from a random chest in Jacob's Estates, and I was like, holy crap, the Infinity's back. And then it sucked. Well, it's getting increased weapon damage, so hopefully it'll at least become like a shadow of its former self, because right now it's not even a shadow. It's like standing in the shade 3 blocks away at the moment. Up next is the Horizon. This is an exclusive drop for Maxitrillion in Voracious Canopy, and this shotgun is a Tediore shotgun, but it's always just been kind of blah, you know? But this one's getting increased weapon damage, increased reload speed, and increased damage dealt from the Singularity. So might be a fun little Tediore shotgun for people to play around with there. Up next, the Destructo Spinner, which drops from the Power Troopers in Atlas HQ. This one is getting increased weapon damage. Coming in next, the Skullmasher. Now, the Skullmasher has already been a good sniper rifle, but they are increasing the weapon damage, they're increasing the weapon accuracy, and they're reducing the recoil. Holy crap. The Skullmasher is about to become the Borderlands 2 Skullmasher again. I'm really curious to see how much weapon damage increase this thing gets, because if they give it a little too much, this thing is going to be a head popper, and I cannot wait to play around with it. And then the final weapon that they're changing, and don't go anywhere because there's grenades after this, is the Craps. Now this is a DLC 1 legendary, and they are increasing the weapon damage on this. This is a Torgue pistol. Could be fun, but it's always just been kind of not so great. So be curious to see how much weapon damage we get on that one as well. All right, now on to the grenade changes. Now, as you guys probably know, if you've been watching these videos, the Fastball got a buff a while back, but it just wasn't enough. Well, they're increasing the Fastball grenade damage again, and hopefully hopefully this time it'll turn back into that Borderlands 2 Fastball that actually rewards you for hitting your throws, man. Because there was nothing quite as satisfying in Borderlands 2 as when you'd throw a fastball, hit an enemy, and they just popped. And that's what I'm hoping to see today when we test out the Fastball. Up next, the Nagata. Now, the Nagata is one of those grenades that whenever you see it drop, you just leave it on the ground. You usually don't even pick it up to sell it because it's just so inconvenient. But the Nagata is getting increased grenade damage and increased damage radius. So I can't wait to try that thing out. The Widowmaker increased grenade damage on that bad boy as well. The Lightspeed. This one's getting increased grenade damage. The Lightspeed you can only get from the Guardian takedown from the first boss in that. Now the Lightspeed was already fairly good, but like most grenades, it just underperforms in terms of damage, so it'd be cool to see this one in action today. Next is the Hunter Seeker. That one is also getting increased grenade damage. Up next is one of everybody's favorites from Borderlands 3, the Hex Grenade, and they are finally increasing the grenade damage on this thing. So hopefully this thing's no longer just a utility thing, and it'll actually be able to actually start killing enemies again, because there was nothing quite as satisfying early on in Borderlands 3 as to like walk into a room, chuck a hex, and just watch all the enemies screaming in terror. It was kind of great. Sounded like a serial killer. And then finally, the last grenade that's getting a little bit of a tweak today is Tina's Hippity Hopper, and they are reducing the height and the distance on the extra spawn grenades. I'll be honest, I've very rarely used the Tina's Hippity Hopper, so I don't even know what the distance was before, but hopefully this thing will actually kill some stuff now. So that's it, man. That's the hot fixes today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, tap the bell icon for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a great day. Again, like I said, if you want to, you can come over and watch these hot fixes being tested out today live over at twitch.tv/killer6. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, tap the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Leave a comment down below which item on this list are you most excited to try out after this buff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a great day.